is set for the next football star from Africa to emerge at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Watch all the games live on KBC Channel 1 as 12 countries battle out for the ultimate prize of becoming champions of Africa. Raw talent, raw skills, ultimate technique. From Africa's finest and capped talent, witness footballing dreams come alive at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations from 14th of February to 6th of March 2021. Live from Mauritania and exclusively on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
This weekend on KBC Channel 1.
For me, the breaking point was when I had to travel back. Things were not well defined. I come back and they're still reaching out. Can you reach out? Can we talk about the wedding plans? Hey, which one?
A woman who will not, they don't even want to discuss the future. Even a small issue like how many children do you want to have?
How can two people work together unless they have agreed to do so? The way you are just told, Lisa.
This weekend on KBC Channel 1.
Mwalifahamu hilo? Kwa hivyo mimi kitu ninachohitaji hapa ni hela tu. Wasikiza mzee. Kwanza punguza pressure hizo.
I've come to inform you that kuna list imeletwa ya ma MCAs wote wa sign kwa wale ambao watakumpiga.
Sikiza Shamsa, mimi si mtoto mdogo. Niambie ulikuwa unaongea na nani?
Hapana boss. Hapana, kwa naongea na rafiki yangu. Usinifikirie vibaya.
Sikiza, mimi si mtoto mdogo. Mimi nimekusikia yale yote ambayo unasema. Ulikuwa unasema na nani?
Mwaka wa 2021 na vitu mpya, vitu mzuri zaidi. Leo tunakupa Oppo A93
na ni rahisi zaidi. Kumbuka unaenda kwenye paybill number, unaekelea paybill number yetu ni 4032353. Kisha unaenda kwenye account, ekelea code ni Oppo, alafu unique number yako. Kisha ni 20 bob peke yake.
Na hivyo ndivyo utakuwa umekelea bid kwenye quickbid.co.ke. Kumbuka bidhaa bora kwenye bei ya nini? Chini kwa chini.
Chini kwa chini.
Jiunga na Quickbid ni rahisi. Enda kwenye M-Pesa, bonyeza paybill kisha weka business number 4032353. Kwenye account weka kodi ya bidhaa unayotaka na bid yako ya chini zaidi. Kwa mfano TV 16. Kisha weka shilingi 20 tu kama idadi yako. Weka bid yako pia kwenye www.quickbid.co.ke. Kumbuka, bid ya chini zaidi ya kipekee ndio ununua. Quickbid, bidhaa bora kwa bei ya chini.
It's Saturday, the 20th of February 2021. A very good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday afternoon. My name is Purity Museo and Simon Karodha is our sign language interpreter this afternoon. Welcome to Lunchtime News and be part of this broadcast by telling us where you tuned in from, and of course also a comment on any item of your choice at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. You can use the hashtag Lunchtime News. We are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Let's begin this broadcast. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations has arrested 3 suspects in connection to the murder of a 22-year-old Egerton University student in December last year. The 3 suspects, Diana Njeri Muthiomi, Tamar Wambora Njeru, and Eric Maingi Mutuma, have since been placed in custody in connection with the murder. Kenya Revenue Authority domestic taxes enforcement officers accompanied by sleuths from Directorate of Criminal Investigations destroyed more than 30,000 litres of opaque beer worth millions of shillings in Kanja Shopping Centre, Embu East Sub-County. This is after raiding the home of one Shadrach Murithi Nyaga. During the operation, counterfeit cigarettes and assorted counterfeit brands of spirits were also recovered. In a morning raid at the home of Shadrach Murithi Nyaga near Kanja Shopping Centre in Embu East Sub-County, authorities discover big water tanks full of opaque beer. Shortly, the house is turned into a river after Kenya Revenue Authority domestic taxes enforcement officers emptied all the tanks. The officers, accompanied by detectives from Directorate of Criminal Investigations, were acting on a tip-off. Also discovered were counterfeit Supermart cigarettes and assorted counterfeit brands of spirits belonging to licensed alcohol manufacturers. Shadrach is still at large while his wife was arrested and will be arraigned in court on charges of illegal manufacturing of alcoholic drinks without obtaining relevant approvals from the relevant government agencies. The Law Enforcement Matters, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, ESCC, is investigating 5 counties over the misuse of millions of shillings set aside to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. The commission said that it was targeting how procurement, award of tenders and employment was conducted during the period. Auditor General has flagged some counties as having misappropriated millions of shillings in procurement of drugs and personal protective gear.
At the end of an intercity course targeting senior KDF officers in Naivasha, EACC CEO Twalib Mbarak said initial investigations indicated that the tendering and procurement was skewed, leading to loss of money.
We've been having a problem of certain institutions, especially those institutions which are very close to the public, such as the police, the NTSA, Ministry of Lands, Immigration and others, including state corporations like Kenya Power, KPA. It has been noted that most of these institutions that are very close to the public are usually perceived to be very, very corrupt. But when we look at it critically, we see a hand of the public itself, which is the main complainant about corruption, being the main player in actually encouraging corruption in those organizations.
He said that the investigations have touched on some governors, but he failed to disclose their names, adding that investigations were at a high level.
One of the best way of fighting corruption in the public service is the automation of the services. And we have seen it with certain institutions. And we have noted that when you automate, it becomes a very proactive way of bringing down corruption and improvement of services.
On the controversial saga at KEMSA, Twalib defended EACC, saying that it had done its part and handed over the inquest file to the DPP. Elsewhere, members of parliament have expressed concerns over the late disbursement of the National Government Constituency Development Fund money. Speaking in Naivasha after touring various CDF-sponsored projects, Aldai MP Conley Serem said only 9 million shillings had been disbursed.
Please, Treasury, release the funds on time. CS, responsibility is on your side. We are urging you to release the funds as quickly as possible. If they release the funds on time, it will assist our children to go back to school. It will assist the members of parliament and their teams to make sure that we have classrooms for our children.
Timely completion of projects is key in giving the benefits to our people the way it's anticipated. And
for Channel 1 News, I'm Ben Troy Njue.
In other news, Water, Irrigation and Sanitation Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki has urged the contractors to expedite the construction of ongoing water projects. Kariuki, who inspected ongoing projects in West Pokot County, said completion of ongoing works within the timeline will facilitate immediate delivery of water and sanitation services in the county.
Water, Irrigation and Sanitation Cabinet Secretary Cecily Kariuki, accompanied by West Pokot Senator Samuel Pogisio, toured ongoing projects in West Pokot County. The Cabinet Secretary said the Kasese water dam that lies between West Pokot and the neighboring country of Uganda is at 61% to completion and will be ready at the end of next month.
I did meet the concerned persons, including my CU, who is in charge of implementation, Engineer Wendot. And we did also meet with the communities there to be able to agree on the timelines that this dam must be completed and handed it over to them. And indeed, this dam, I want to assure us and the residents of West Pokot that is going to be completed by the end of March.
Similarly, works on the Chersagat Marich Irrigation Development Project are at an advanced stage, and once complete will ensure availability of enough food and foster peace among communities that have been fighting over natural resources.
We are able to avail water on areas or for the communities that are bordering the countries that we border, where there is scarcity of water. We'll be able to minimize the cross-border issues of fighting over water as a resource when animals have to cross over to go to the other side and vice versa.
She called on contractors to speed up the ongoing projects to ensure the government's Big Four agenda is achieved.
Getting out here is one, to confirm the status of completion of these projects, but number two, to emphasize to both the implementing agencies under the ministry as well as the contractors who are concerned on the need for them to move with speed. And I want to assure them there will be no variation and extension of time. And when I do that very directly, then I respond to the people who the president wants to serve.
Area Senator Samuel Pogisio, who is also the Senate Majority Leader, applauded the government for the projects which will boost peace and food security.
And I'll shortly be going through your feedback. Please tell us where you tuned in from on Twitter at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. And of course, we are also live on Facebook and YouTube. Please keep your messages coming in. The Afri-Cities Conference is scheduled for November this year in Kisumu City has been pushed to April next year. Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa said that the decision was made to allow more time for planning, taking into consideration that some participating countries have been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Announcing the new dates for the Afri-Cities Summit, Devolution Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa said the forum will be held between the 26th to 30th of April 2022 in Kisumu City. Wamalwa said the forum will be a platform to grow not only Kisumu County, but also the entire Lake Region Economic Bloc and Kenya at large.
As you know, by 2050, half of the African population will be living in intermediary cities. So this is a preparation for the future. Urbanization being that future of developing the African continent. These cities will play a major role. And for us as Kenya also, we will be showcasing devolution and what we have been able to achieve in the last 8 years as a country.
Wamalwa revealed that some countries have different lockdowns and border movement restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which necessitated the change of the dates.
Some countries are under different levels of restrictions because of COVID-19. There are some that have closed their borders. There are some that have lockdowns and restrictions on travel. It will be necessary to change the date of the summit to accommodate all countries that wish to participate.
He further noted that in order to accommodate all participants who will be coming to Kenya, the extended period will see completion of infrastructure development. that is necessary for the country to host the event successfully. Council of Governors Vice Chair James Ongwae assured all 47 counties will support Kisumu to ensure a well-organized conference.
All the county governments will actively participate in this conference and market this country to the rest of the world, and also be able to actually even indicate and show that subnational governments are able to operate within a very short period of time, because we have been in existence for only 8 years.
We are collectively going to be hosting our brothers and sisters from all over Africa and the world to this very important convention.
The theme of the summit will be the role of intermediary cities of Africa in the implementation of UN Agenda 2030 and AU Agenda 2063. Timothy Kipnusu, Channel 1 News.
Elsewhere, a family in Nairobi is seeking financial support in aid of one of their own daughter who needs a liver transplant at a cost of 8 million shillings. Doctors at Kenyatta National Hospital have advised Eliana Watiri to have the transplant done in India, since the kind of treatment is not available locally.
The family of Eliana Watiri is appealing to well-wishers to help their daughter undergo liver transplant in India at a cost of 8 million shillings. According to doctors at the Kenyatta National Hospital, the delicate sort of treatment is not available locally. Eliana was first diagnosed in Kenyatta National Hospital on 3rd September 2020 for prolonged jaundice, which generated to biliary atresia, a disease of the bile ducts which affects only infants.
We have been attending clinics at Kenyatta, and according to the doctors, they say that this procedure needs to be done as the girl turns 1 year. By now, we are already late because we are supposed to do it in January. But because of the finances, we have not been able to do that. And it is a very delicate procedure because it also involves the donor, who will donate part of the liver to be given to the girl. So that's why it's very expensive for us as a family. We have done some harambes. We have not been able to raise the minimum threshold required to undertake that particular treatment.
Eliana now has a swollen tummy because the liver is not properly functioning.
We are appealing to people of goodwill to come on board and help us to save the life of this kid. We have not given up. We know that students are a blessing from God, and we hope that with you and me, we'll be able to save this girl's life and she'll lead a normal life. We trust in God that all shall be well.
Well-wishers can channel their support to pay bill number 8018565, account name Eliana Watiri. The pay bill number once again is 8018565. The father to Eliana, Everson Mwaura Njoroge, can be reached on mobile phone 0721 149 816. 0721 149 816. Irene Mchuma Odim, Channel 1.
And as we always do, let's support the beautiful Eliana get the liver transplant. Of course, you can always reach out to KBC through our social media platforms in case those digits given there did escape you. In other news, the Jomvu community in Jomvu sub-county of Mombasa County has urged the Senate Committee on Lands, Environment and Natural Resources to help in repossessing their ancestral land, which they claim was grabbed by the Methodist Church of Kenya. The residents claimed they have a long-running dispute with the Methodist Church, adding that the community now is demanding for a lasting solution to the matter.
The Senate Land Task Force was on a fact-finding mission at the Jomvu sub-county of Mombasa County over the controversial land to probe how the community land ended up in the hands of the church. The residents drawn from Jomvu Kuu and Jomvu Mission blamed their predicament on their forefathers who welcomed missionaries and offered them land to build a church and teachers' quarters in early 1960s.
Wale wazee wetu sasa kwa moyo wa huruma wakawapa, si ujinga waliotolewa. Ilipokuja kuandikisha usajili wa ardhi, badala waandikishe kanisa na ndio ile pale. na nyumba mpaka leo ile pale waliandikisha ekari 151 zote kuwa ni za kanisa, mpaka wale waliowapea ile ardhi wakarudi kuwa maskota pale ndani. Hiyo ndio dhuluma ya kwanza. Naomba National Land Commission isikie hiyo.
The community leader claimed the church started subdividing the 151 acres of land into smaller parcels and transferring it to people from outside the locality.
Polisi ikawa inatumika. Vijana wa Jomvu hawezi kutembea Jomvu. Hawana uhuru tena. Hata kanisani hawendi kwa sababu ya uoga wanaowekewa na polisi. Muangalie haki za Wajomvu.
Community spokesman Askeli Lamek told the Senate committee they have a long-running dispute with the Methodist Church, adding that the community is demanding a permanent solution.
Tumedhulumiwa. Maana subdivision iliyofanyika haikumshurukisha yule Mjomvu mwenyewe kikamilifu. Kanisa limetoa title 454 sasa tunavyoongea. Na katika subdivision hiyo hakuna Mjomvu hata mmoja ambaye amepata hiyo title jina lake.
The Senate Chair Committee on Lands, Environment and Natural Resources, Mwangi Githiomi, with Senator for Nyandarua, promised through his Senate docket a National Land Commission to intervene with a view to returning the land back to the Jomvu community.
Ministry ya Lands wanajua kazi yao, Ministry ya Interior wanajua kazi yao. Kwa hivyo tutahakikisha haki ndio itatuongoza, ndio mpate ile haki ambaye mmepigania miaka mingi.
This is Lunchtime News. Thank you so much, Wilson Okango. You're tuned in from Nakuru. We have at Buddha Wamai. You're saying that you tuned in also from Nakuru County, and at Bob Otieno from Manyata. That's where you tuned in from. Ben Tabs, you're also watching. Tell us where you tuned in from. It's time for a fast commercial break. Stay with us. We still have plenty more to come.
Malaria ni ugonjwa hatari sana unaoua watu wengi hapa Kenya. Japo kuko na korona, hatari ya malaria bado iko. Mtoto huyu alikuwa na joto jingi, kutetemeka, kuumwa na viungo na uchovu. Alikimbizwa hospitali ya umma ambako sheria za COVID-19 huzingatiwa na ni salama kwa shughuli ya upimaji. Vipimo vilionyesha kuwa ana malaria, na papo hapo daktari akampa dawa za malaria na kumshauri azimalize, na ili kujikinga wawe wakilala ndani ya neti iliyotibiwa. Malaria husambazwa na mbu. Walio hatarini ni watoto wa chini ya miaka 5 na akina mama wajawazito. Kupimwa na kutibiwa ni bure katika hospitali zote za umma. Usisahau adui malaria. Zero malaria huanza na mimi. Chukua jukumu leo. Komesha malaria. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na Wizara ya Afya.
Mwaka wa 2021 na vitu mpya, vitu mzuri zaidi. Leo tunakupa Oppo A93.
Na ni rahisi zaidi. Kumbuka unaenda kwenye paybill number, unaekelea paybill number yetu ni 4032353. Kisha unaenda kwenye account, ekelea code ni OPPO, alafu unique number yako. Kisha ni 20 bob peke yake.
Na hivyo ndivyo utakuwa umekelea bid kwenye quickbid.co.ke. Kumbuka bidhaa bora kwenye bei ya nini? Chini kwa chini.
Chini kwa chini.
Jiunga na Quickbid ni rahisi. Enda kwenye M-Pesa, bonyeza paybill, kisha weka business number 4032353. Kwenye account, weka kodi ya bidhaa unayotaka na bid yako ya chini zaidi. Kwa mfano, TV 16. Kisha weka shilingi 20 tu kama idadi yako. Weka bid yako pia kwenye www.quickbid.co.ke. Kumbuka, bid ya chini zaidi ya kipekee ndio ununua. Quickbid, bidhaa bora kwa bei ya chini.
Welcome to the party. I am making my own creations to help me capture the slurs. Hello! I call them...
Hello, kitty.
The naughties.
Yeah!
Deeply disappointing experiments. Nothing can stop me now!
Master, let me get Smurfette. I'm going in!
You can do it!
Gotcha! Oh no! They're taking Smurfette! So long, Smurf! Let's go!
Night on KBC Channel 1.
So that guy is Max. And that other one must be Mr. Morrow. There's nothing wrong with him. Oh well, appearance can be deceiving.
Why are you answering his phone?
Well, it's because Mr. Montesinos is under arrest.
What? What? No, why?
But Omar wasn't extorting you because of that. He wasn't just managing your career, he was your lover. My father.
In the world of sports, the last batch of national athletics team that will feature in the Africa Cross Country Championship in Togo will report to the training camp tomorrow. The Kigali Teachers Training College in Embu Athletics, Kenya has confirmed, and the team will be on the camp for 2 weeks before traveling to Togo ahead of the continental event slated for the 6th to 8th of next month.
Started camping at Kigali in Embu on Wednesday, and a good number of athletes have already reported under the leadership of the team manager, Mr. Maragara, is also the chairman, Athletics Kenya Eastern Region. We know the athletes are going to receive qualified and quality training at the camp. And we know that at the end of the day, we're going to emerge victorious. The only thing that I can assure is that with the kind of training that we are expecting, which has been prepared by the EPO coaches, we are going to win at a greater margin come Rome, Togo, this forthcoming Africa Cross Country Championship.
Morocco was held to a barren draw by Ghana in a Group C match of the ongoing Total Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations played last night. The result sees both teams move to 4 points, but Ghana remains top of the group on goal difference. Tonight, Mauritania will play against Uganda at 10 p.m, a match that will be aired live on KBC Channel 1.
Morocco, who went in search of their opening goal. He gets his first shot at Ibrahim, brings the ball away. Just look at this. Morocco still on the attack. This time it's what was that? Ridiculous. Precious ball. And Morocco continue to put pressure. Look at that. That was just before the far post. The second half, scoring opportunities. Yeah, he was spreading the ball out wide. The ball drilled in. Look at Benton there. Striker instinct that was, though. And then Mohamed, look at his shot. Dipping so much. Very close to.
And the in the English Premier League continues to unfold as champions Liverpool host Everton tonight in a Merseyside derby at Anfield, and Chelsea will face Southampton at the St Mary's Stadium this afternoon.
Liverpool will be hoping to end a run of 3 consecutive Premier League defeats when they face Everton today at Anfield. The Reds will be without midfielders Firmino and James Milner, who have been ruled out, while Naby Keita could be involved. Everton talisman Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Alan are available for the derby. Meanwhile, Chelsea forward Tammy Abraham has made a rapid recovery from an ankle injury and could feature against Southampton, but Thiago Silva and Christian Pulisic are unavailable. The Saints will be without fullback Kyle Walker-Peters, Theo Walcott and Ibrahima Diallo. Elsewhere in the relegation battle, Burnley will host West Brom at the Turf Moor, while Sheffield United travel to Craven Cottage to play Fulham.
You are now up to date at 1 this Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much for your company. My name is Purity Museo. Simon Karodha has been our sign language interpreter this afternoon. I'll see you again at 9 p.m. God willing. Good afternoon and God bless.
Vera Beauty College.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College, with branches in Nairobi, Eldoret, Thika and Meru. Did you know that we are a TVET approved institution? We offer courses in fashion design, interior design in soft furnishing, event decoration, flower arrangement, event planning, hairdressing, barbering and dreadlocks, beauty therapy, makeup, nail technology, spa massages, teaching skills, TOT, solo business management, and many more. Register now and visit our website on www.verabeautycollege.com. You can also call on 0725 923 550 Nairobi branch, 0728 087 6